the shrimp and grits. I was gonna be like, where's my wiener? I thought we ate those shrimp and grits with a wiener. My name is Sari Suzanne Seedorf. I am the chef, owner, and founder of the Yellow Carrot, and this is my outstanding and exceptional co-host, Rosalind Renee Nichols. Thank you so much for being back again. How are you, beautiful freaking queen?
Well, you know what? I'm here with you, girls, so you know it's all good.
Yes, I mean, look at this.
Day.
Look at this. This woman, I swear, you have the most beautiful, colorful clothes.
You know what? I got this from Macedonia on one of my travels.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've been dying to wear it, so spring is here now.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're gorgeous. You're just gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous, my friend. I can't wait for you to all meet her in person, because she's awesome. And she's mine! Sorry, Gary. Anyway, so what have you been doing? What has been going on? Tell me everything that you have been doing this week. I know you're getting ready to travel, so Gary's loading it all up for you. So tell me everything. Tell me everything.
He is. Right now, he's on a honey-do list, so he's got like all kinds of stuff. I've got him wrapped up for the entire day. But I still have to tell you, I'm still trying to master my electric bike. And let me tell you, I don't know if it's operator issues or if it's just a sensitive throttle on that dang bike. But it's fun. I've been having a great time with it though.
Okay, so hold on a second here. She has an electric bike.
Yes,
everybody.
I do.
You have to tell me more about that. Like, so it actually has like
it's got a motor on it? Mm-hmm. It's got a big old fat cylinder motor in the middle of it, which I use for my footrest.
Fat cylinder motor?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Okay, I have to see this.
It's nice.
All right. So apparently they took some video footage. So roll, please. Oh my God, look at you. That is freaking awesome.
Girl, that throttle was an issue. It's going to be a problem.
She has a wine glass in her hand riding a bike. That is classic. Oh my gosh. Yep. And so is this the road that you guys live on?
Yes.
Beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
You're not going to be riding on dirt roads the whole time that you're on this bike, are you?
No. That's the glass of wine because it's full of rocks and all kinds of stuff, and there were like 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So, girl, we needed some alcohol to tamper that down.
That is awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that video. I have to tell everybody, I was in Albertsons when she sent me that clip the other day, and I started laughing so loud that everybody that was in the produce department, I was like, you all have to come see this video. It was hysterical. So, good for you. Wow, I can't wait to meet up with you on this trip so I can ride your fat cylinder bicycle.
Oh my gosh, girl, that is going to be so interesting.
I'm so borrowing it. I am. I'm borrowing your fat cylinder bike. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yes.
I'm glad that you made it through that.
Yes. I'm doing really well. But listen, tell me about your trip.
I did. I just got back from. I didn't sleep at all. I was awake for 10 days straight.
Oh my gosh.
On a magical, mysterious, mystical trip back to my old stomping grounds in the South, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I actually went to Chicago first for my sister's birthday, Erica, who comes with us everywhere we go. And for those of you who don't know who this cat is on the wall, this is my sister Erica. We call her Jerry. Hello, Erica. We love you. And it was her birthday on April 9th, and so I surprised her and flew into Chicago. And we have so much fun together. She's actually going to be a co-host while you're gone, a guest co-host, and she's awesome. And then from there, I went to New Smyrna Beach, which was fabulous, which is outside of Orlando.
Yes.
And then I went to Charleston, South Carolina. Yes, shout out to Charleston, South Carolina, and my awesome friends that I got to meet up with I hadn't seen in 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Polly and Jeffro, thank you for an amazing
Polly.
3 days of fun and glamour and glitz. And what I brought back from Charleston was my joy and long life friend Shrimp and Grits, and that is going to be our guest today. And I know you love yourself some shrimp.
Okay, I'm digging the shrimp. I like the shrimp, girl, but I'm from LA. I never would have put those two together.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely
And
divine.
it's big in the South, though.
Huge, huge, huge. Shrimp actually, or shrimp. Shrimp and Grits originated in Charleston, South Carolina, they say over 70 years ago. So there's hundreds of versions of them.
Yeah,
But
there are.
of course, everybody, mine are the best.
Always.
Right, yes. And then from there, I went on to Atlanta, and I spent some time with two of some of the most fabulous people, Bob and Melissa. Hello, Bob and Melissa. I freaking love you, and thank you so much for an amazing, amazing few days with you. I met them in Egypt, and I decided to go visit them, and they are truly some of the most beautiful, amazing, talented, gifted friends I've ever had in my life, besides you. Besides Renee.
Aww.
And all of my friends and family.
Oh my
But it was just
gosh.
a really magical, transformational, joyous trip. So thank you for asking.
my
It was a lot of
gosh,
fun.
wow.
It was a lot of fun. And, you know, the funny thing is that, you know, on this trip, I just gained so much knowledge about myself. And the name of this show, as you know, is Who in the World Do You Think You Are? And that's what I came back, was this really magical discovery of really who I am, who I'm becoming, and how I can inspire the rest of the world, especially you beautiful women out there that deserve it, to become who you were meant to be and
That's
the
right.
best version of yourself
That's
today.
right. That's right.
Like this freaking bombshell.
Go get it.
Seriously?
Go
I mean,
get it.
come on, people. Check this out. Who in the world do you think you are, right?
Girl,
I
we
mean,
don't
it's
have
really
time.
powerful.
We don't have time.
We have plenty of time. So, you know, it was just really, really fun. So thank you so much for asking. It was a breath of fresh air, and now I'm back to really harness what we've been doing and these magical gifts that I've been given. But sometimes you have to take these trips and just all the synchronicities and the serendipitous moments that I had to grow as a person and really get into these heartfelt spaces to understand what my real mission and purpose is on this planet.
That's
so
cool.
Thank you
That's
to
very
everybody,
cool.
every single person that I encountered on this trip. Thank you so much. So yeah.
So what's the backstory with the whole Charleston thing? Because I think we all know what made the girl from Oz, right?
Right. Yeah. Magic.
So
Magic.
become who she is today. So
Well,
you gotta fill me in.
Yeah, so I am originally from Iowa, and I was born there. I was born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And then from there, when I was 15, I moved to a little town outside of Chicago with my dad. And then from there, I went to college in Minnesota. Hello, Minnesota. Right? And then from there, I was in Mexico.
Oh, wow.
I went to college at the University of Guadalajara, and that's where I learned to speak Spanish.
Oh.
And then I went to Jackson Hole, then I was in Charleston. And that's where I developed this insane love for food, was Charleston. Okay, no, let's go back to Minnesota. Happy Chef? Come on. My first restaurant job ever was at a Happy Chef. I love you, Happy Chef. And then from there, oddly enough, I went to Mississippi. I lived in Oxford, Mississippi. Yeah, crazy. But I have some really fun facts about each of these places that I lived, and I have to tell you.
Oh gosh,
They're
you
so
must
fun.
share.
So, first of all, I don't think anybody knows this. I didn't even know this, but it's probably why I'm from Iowa. The name Iowa, and like you, girl, means beautiful.
Oh.
Seriously.
Iowa?
So a native
Dang.
group of people, which were called the Iowa people, moved into this area, and when they saw the land, they kept saying Iowa, 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 which translates to beautiful.
Oh,
Is that cool or what?
That's a nice little bit
I know.
information.
I didn't know that
Pretty
there was
cool.
just, I mean, Iowa is a really magnificent place. It really is. Just not
It
very
is.
many people go there. But it is the number one producing, processing corn state in the world.
Oh, wow.
Like almost 90% of corn that is processed is in Iowa. And I don't mean like fresh corn. I mean ground corn, feed corn, everything. And it's really fascinating. And you know this? There's another one. Red Delicious apples originated in Iowa.
Okay. I'm not a big apple girl, but
Whoa, that's going to be one of our guests.
yeah, I'm going through Iowa, so we'll give them a shout out.
And here's a tidbit that I know you're going to love. The very first lawyer, who was a woman, everyone, came from Iowa. Her name was Arabella Mansfeld. The first lawyer in 1869 was from Iowa.
Get out of here.
And aren't you? Didn't you go to law school?
Oh my gosh, I did, but honey, I didn't know about the homegirl from Iowa. I did not even know
She was
about her.
super white, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Is that the coolest thing ever?
That's
but tell
ironic.
me, isn't part of your journey you went to...
I did, and that's where the basketball scholarship came from, because there were 5 kids in our family, and there was no way that my parents were going to be able to afford to send all of us to college. So, long story short, grew up really religious. I mean, really religious. So I was very limited as to what I could do, but I was always interested in sports.
Wow.
So I really got into basketball. That was my outlet, and it led me to play NCAA Division I.
Wow. Wait a minute. Where?
At UCLA in California,
Holy-
Southern California.
Hello?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me,
So,
people?
you
Do you
know,
see this? Do you see what I'm seeing
Yeah.
here? NCAA basketball for UCLA.
yeah. And then
Wow.
while I was there, I was going through law school, working on getting my law degree, and that whole thing culminated in me working in Southern California and in the San Francisco Bay Area in corporate and entertainment law.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
Like, you get more fascinating by every single time I am with her. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about, people. Discovering who in the world you really are.
Exactly.
And taking a journey through life and all of the amazing things. These things don't define you, but they shape who you are, and it helps you peel back every single layer to discover that heartfelt center, your true self.
True.
And this is fascinating. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Well, I used to sit on the side of my bed when I was like 16 years old and try and figure out what can I do? What do I want to do? How can I do all this stuff? Because I couldn't even think about trying to do these things.
Wow.
It wasn't going to happen. So one day I just said, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I wanted to try everything at least once. At least once.
Wow.
And if I didn't like it, then I'd move on to something else.
And that's just it, right there. If you don't like it, get rid of it.
Yeah.
If you don't love it, get rid of it.
If it's not working.
And if it's work is stress, right? Doing something you love is passion, and then it will all come. So you just took this journey and it unfolded every single time. You created the vision, right? Create the vision. And don't be afraid of it. This is the part that people don't
Exactly.
understand. You create the vision, and then you tell yourself every reason why you can't do it.
Yes.
Now, this woman right here is a perfect example. So you did basketball, you had a scholarship for law, you learned about Arabella Mansfeld.
She never came up, I'm afraid. I don't.
You went to Iowa, you checked her out. Right?
Yep.
And then where'd you go after that?
Well, after that, I decided, working in corporate, I used to go to the hairdressers religiously every week. Every week. Because
Wow.
you had to, it was all about presentation.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And then you hit them with the brains and all that other kind of stuff. But my hairdresser used to talk about all these different things he used to do, and I couldn't do half of the stuff he used to do. So I had to figure out what, I might want to change up a little bit here. So I did that, went to cosmetology school, graduated, and opened up my own hair salon.
Wow.
Big change though, because you went from making really good money to, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my bills.
To owning your own business. Oh boy.
There you go. There you go.
Well, you're going to love this. I as well went to cosmetology school. And I'm not kidding.
Shut up! Did you really?
I did. I had
Oh
this
my
little
God.
stint between owning a restaurant and opening my catering business that I had some really good friends that lived here that were like, you'd be really good at that. And I'm like, I always loved to do hair. And Jackie, who is my dad's second wife, my stepmom that I love and adore. Jackie, you remember how much I loved doing your hair, and my brother Chad and my sister Erica, like I love doing their hair. And I was like, well maybe I try this. Well, turns out the entire time I was learning to do this, all I was thinking about was food. So I would like look at someone's hair and be like, oh, your hair kind of looks like pasta. It's curly. Oh, your hair color is like the color of like a cherry. Like, every single time I was doing someone's hair, I was like referring to their hair of being like food. And I was like, maybe not.
I know, because we never get to eat, okay? Yeah. We never get to eat.
But I learned how to cut hair, and it was really fun.
Yeah, it was good.
So now I just cut my own hair. People go, what do you do? I go, just cut it. That is so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
And then after that, is that when you went into the airline?
Yes, that is when I went into the airlines, because I got a lot of customers that were flight attendants, that were, I worked with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. You know, when hair extensions were really big back then, that was a lot of my business. But I always wanted to fly. I always wanted to travel all over the world. I mean, I was the girl that had the National Geographic's like collection in my room.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a poster child for today's show about who in the world do you think you are. And it's about having a life journey. And if you want to try a million different things, then do it. Her and I together have had probably 1,000 life experiences just by going, you know, I'm going to try this now. I'm going to try this now. Yeah. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to find out who your true self is by taking multiple steps and multiple journeys and risks. And there is no such thing as a failure. There is no such thing as failure. And I tell people, setbacks are setups for comebacks. So if you try something you really didn't like, it was actually just a setup for that next great thing for you. And that is really fun. True. It really is.
I'm learning a lot about you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Talk about peeling back the layers.
It's the same thing about me, and everywhere I've gone, right now, full circle, right here in this business, because after Iowa, I moved in with my dad and my stepmom and my younger brother and sister. It was one of the most joyous times of my life. I mean, it was really, truly. And that's where I started acting. And I've played the clarinet for years. And it was where I really found out who my true self was. That is what I love to do, is to entertain and to love audiences and love people. And you know, I was athletic at that time. You know, I was in track. You know, and
cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. And you know, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but the Twinkie originated in Chicago.
The Twinkie.
You know what else? Walt Disney was born in Chicago.
Okay, I'm all about the Disney thing.
Right, isn't that fascinating?
I'm a Disney
I didn't
girl.
know that. Yeah. And then from there I went to Minnesota, and that's where I went to college, and Happy Chef. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with Happy Chef, but I really enjoyed working there. It was this tiny little restaurant. Well, come to find out, they made a chain of like 65, but those closed. And now the first and only Happy Chef in Mankato, Minnesota, still stands today.
Oh, wow.
And I worked there. I worked at that Happy Chef.
That's pretty cool. Wow.
Yeah, and then moving on to Mexico, I mean, that was just a brilliant time in my life, and I love the Latin American culture. I have been all over Mexico. And as we have already met Carlos and Luis, they are some of my most beloved staff members that I've ever had here, and I love them dearly, and they are from there, so I really love that culture. And I bet you all didn't know this. Color television was invented by a man from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you. His name was, let me look, Guillermo Gonzalez Camanera. Camanera, everybody. Is that cool or what? And then from there I went to Jackson Hole, right?
Whoa.
Jackson Hole.
Oh,
beautiful,
man.
Beautiful place.
Oh,
I was
my
a
God.
big mountain biker there. I worked in some restaurants. That was fascinating. And you know how the Grand Tetons, right? Do you know why they were named the Grand Tetons?
Oh, please tell me.
The meaning comes from some French-Canadian trappers who were going through there and say they saw the Grand Tetons, and Tetons, grande, I don't know how you say it in French though. I don't know French that well. I know a little bit. It means big breasts. I mean, have you ever seen the Tetons? They're absolutely gorgeous, and they actually do like a couple of big breasts. Chicken breasts, women's breasts, whatever breasts.
Little pointy.
But it's fun, and it's just pointy breasts.
You guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen the Tetons. Don't act like you don't know.
The Grand Tetons. Oh my God. Little Tetons, big
Oh my
Tetons.
gosh. I'll be riding my bike there too. My little electric bike up in the Tetons.
But I had so much fun just looking at some of the history and fun facts of all the places that I've lived. And the places, I really have been gifted by some amazing, amazing places, as have you.
Yeah.
You know, and
It gives me goosebumps.
Charleston, yeah. And Charleston, South Carolina especially, like I adore that town. And being able to go back there this week with my friends, I just realized, I'm like, wow, I got to live there for almost 7 years, and it was such a blessing. And I had so many amazing friends, and I worked at this really, really fun restaurant. And all you friends from Carolinas that are watching this, you know how much fun we had. It was such a blast, and we are wild and crazy, but that's where I really developed my love of food. And being able to go back and be with my friend Polly and Jeffro this past week and just drink fabulous wine. And we went to this caviar and champagne bar. What?
Okay.
Yeah, pink velvet chairs. I was like, they built that for me. It was
Where
awesome.
was my invite?
I know, we're going though.
That's
We're going.
totally my genre.
Yeah, we're going. So it was really fun. And, you know, shrimp and grits, again, originated there. And I have such a love for that. But what I found out yesterday, and I think you knew the same thing, you mentioned it to me this morning, is that they actually are originally an African dish.
Yeah, that's what I read.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that.
Right.
It's like,
And,
what?
you know, so shrimp, the shellfish, obviously it's prevalent on all the coasts of Africa. And then when shrimp and grits migrated with the enslaved people that were brought to the plantations.
Gotta love my peeps.
Right. I mean, they brought so many amazing, amazing things to this country. I mean, the unfortunate energy that they had to move through, right? But the blessings that we're being gifted out of amazing people like you. So, I mean,
Shrimp
it really
and grits.
is. Yeah, I love it. And, you know, and so that was a really interesting little fact.
That's pretty cool.
You know, and Charleston has taken that on and just, again, so many different versions, but I'm going to show you mine. And then I came from Mississippi. Good old Mississippi. I love that place too. I lived in Oxford, and that was a magical place with so many writers and authors and really talented chefs and great restaurants. But one of the best things is Catfish is like the catfish capital of the world. And there was a really cool place that I used to go to, Taylor Grocery, when I lived in Oxford. That was absolutely fun. It was one thing I loved about Mississippi is you like bring your own alcohol everywhere. And I was like, all right, we load up a cooler and stuff it with like wine and beer and we go eat catfish. You know, so the soul food, you know, that I was blessed with, you know, especially in the South, you know, Charleston and Mississippi, you know, it taught me, and this is what I tell people here, that everything that I create at the Yellow Carrot to prepare for you when you come and eat here, or even in my old catering world was, you know, it was a story about my soul. The food that I prepare is a story about my soul, and it is an evolution that I have been through and a journey that I've been on because I have allowed myself and I've taken risks, and I've always not been searching, but I just peeling back every layer to discover who I am this time around on this planet, who I am this time around on this planet, and what I am here to share with the rest of the world. And the same thing with you.
I swear I am loving you right now because it's almost like, you know, we mirror each other in so many ways.
Yes, it really is fascinating.
Just coming from a different angle.
Yeah. Well, even the way we met and
goosebumps.
and just the synchronicities and how it lined up for us. I mean, we
Yes.
had just a very brief few encounters, but from the day that I met her, I said, I knew this woman is gonna be my best friend. She doesn't know it yet. My friend.
She came through the doors and I was like, ooh, she's in Durango? Like, oh my gosh, Durango, you're not ready for this. Let me tell you that right now. But I was
Hello,
like,
Durango.
I like her.
Well, and that's what's fun, you know, and it's about just bringing people together and loving the world. And, you know, people, you know, even when you met me, you're like, oh my gosh, you're so happy. I said, you know, my happiness is a side effect from what I love to do. My happiness is a side effect from what I love to do. And people like you who bless me, that is my happiness. And it comes from everything. And if you don't love it, get rid of it. And it's just that simple. And who in the world do you think you are in this whole travel section that we've done here, and where we're going and why we're here? This is what it's about.
It
So
is.
thank you for asking. It's
It
been
is.
really, really fun.
It
And then
is.
after Mississippi, here I am. I'm in Durango, right here, loving every minute of it. I love it so
It
much.
is a fabulous
so
place.
it's my Earth Star. It's been my soul space, and I've grown and expanded and met amazing people like you, and
Oh,
all
and
of the people that are
likewise.
watching you that I've met
Yes.
through Durango. Thank you so much for
Oh,
everything that you've
absolutely.
gifted me. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
That's very cool.
yeah,
That's
very fun.
cool.
So thank you for asking.
So listen, you never got married. You never, we've never
Uh-oh.
really talked about this part of it.
You know, it's funny because I am kind of mysterious.
I know you were.
And I kind
just,
of like that.
Mhm.
However, no, I was actually married and divorced to 3 different very, very kind, amazing men by the time I was even 40.
What?
Yeah. I was married in Charleston, and then I was married to another man in Mississippi, and then when I came to Durango, I was married to someone else. And they were all fabulous, amazing people, and they taught me so much, and they gifted me so much, and they blessed me with so much. But I just discovered, especially, the yellow carrot became my baby.
Yeah.
And
Takes
just
a lot of
moving
time.
through all of these spaces and all of these journeys. And then, a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, I actually met an extraordinary woman. And so I started dating her, and she literally, she will be also a guest, and I think you've met her, Karen.
I love Karen.
She's
Hi, Karen.
Yeah, Karen. And I met her to move to some really amazing spaces in my life as well.
That's
And I was gifted a
wonderful.
beautiful woman. So, I have a very interesting story, and I own it, and I love it. And again, it's about taking risks. And, when I met Karen, that was just a different energy, and it was such a blissful.
I bet it was.
I went, oh, I'm getting this.
Yeah.
And it taught me sort of the practice of there's no body. You know what I'm saying? When it gets down to the guts of who we are, it's all just love. And what does that love really truly feel like? Is it, passion? Is it, a lot of people associate love with jealousy and anger. I'm like, no. It just is. It just is. And it's this place of joy and bliss. And so it was very similar to the way I feel about food. And when I knew that, I was like, wow, this is really interesting.
You're something else.
Yeah. So,
You're something else, girl.
I've never conformed to the pressures of this world. I've always been a risk taker. I've always done what is in my heart. And sometimes I'm like, well, I don't know how that's going to work out for me. But I'll tell you what, even when it felt bad, I was like, man, this is awesome. Do it.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
But yeah, and you've gotten,
cool.
especially with Karen and then all of these people just line up in your life. And,
Yeah.
And it's just, this is what I want to
Yeah.
inspire people to do, is just
Right.
go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Here's the other thing. I have never given a crap, and I can say that because this is my talk show, about what other people have thought. And my family knows this, my friends know this. It is always, I've gone with my heart and my soul, and it, at the end of the day, it's about bringing joy to others.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's been.
Absolutely.
It's really
Wow.
been a really powerful way to live my life, and most people can't even comprehend it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look back and I'm like, what? But it's been amazing. So
Yeah, I love Karen. When I first met Karen, didn't know it, but we used to run in the same
Yeah.
basketball
I
circles.
know. But you see how
I could not
this
believe
keeps
that.
lining up, and you keep finding the same thing. Isn't that cool?
So cool.
Yeah, and she's an amazing basketball player
So
as well.
cool.
So, well, I would love more than anything to go and introduce you to the joy and long life friends of my life, Shrimp and Grits,
Oh.
because I know you're gonna love it, and I hope you all will come with us because it is going to be so much fun.
Oh yeah, come on, come
Come
roll.
on! We will go learn about shrimp and grits, and then come
Yay.
back and eat this delicious dish
Oh my
together.
gosh.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Yay! the shrimp and grits. This, by the way,
She is so not right, I swear.
but isn't it cute? I mean, it really is kind of cute. It's an andouille sausage, and I actually use Paul Prudhomme's, which is a really fabulous chef.
I use his stuff for gumbo.
Yeah!
Oh, love
Yeah.
Paul.
He's awesome. Paul, we love you. I don't think he's any longer with us, but man, he left a legacy. He was an awesome chef out of New Orleans.
He did.
Yeah,
He
and this
did.
is one of his coveted sausages. And I know, girl, you love this sausage.
She is so not right, you guys, right now. I swear to
I know,
my
but it's really
goodness.
cute. Super cute. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that down so you could play with that if you wanted to later. And now we present you with...
We're all grown-ups here.
We are, and it's super fun to be a grown-up. Shrimp and grits.
Oh boy, that looks beautiful.
Check it out, people.
Oh, my
Are you
goodness.
kidding me? Can you even see that? Look at how beautiful that is.
So beautiful.
Now, you told me earlier that you didn't like grits.
I'm not a big grit, but I do like shrimp. So
She says shrimp, like the southern folk. And I love it. I
shrimp.
love it.
I love shrimp.
No, you keep saying it the way you do. It's so cute. And so you saw us prepare this, and I didn't show you all how to make my amazing cheese grits. That will be in another episode. But it is my delicious cheddar cheese grits. I think I make some of the best grits in the world. And believe it or not, the spiritual meaning behind the word grit, and you've probably heard it used before, like
Yes.
you've got some grit, you
Yes.
know, is perseverance, persistence, firmness of character. Think about that in this whole show that we're doing, and it's about who in the world do you think you are, and it's your firmness of character. And something that I tell people is your character is your confidence, and your confidence is actually a promise about yourself. And so you're getting ready to eat the true grit, a promise about yourself. And then as you're eating these grits, you can make a vow, which is a promise from your soul to love my grits for the rest of your life.
Oh.
Right?
Yes.
Isn't that not fun?
Yes.
And so every single food that I present and I share with people has such a deep spiritual meaning that when you're eating it, you can really think about that soul nurturing, penetrating love and joy that you get from every single bite. Even if you think you don't like it, because I know she's gonna like it. She's gonna love it now. Watch this, everybody. Get prepared for her to make a vow from her soul to love grits.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And then it has that delicious sauce that we made. I use heavy cream, which is absolutely phenomenal.
beautiful.
Cream is just the cream of the crop, right?
Yeah, that was pretty.
And then I make a house buttered mushroom with the andouille sausage, red peppers, and then I finish it off with the essence, which is a house made spice blend that I make on my own. It's got a little spice and tons of herbs. And which is, of course, in the last video, we talked about the 4 holy foods. So this has a little bit of everything. And then a tiny little bit of soy sauce and pepper.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think you're going to love it.
Can I tell you, I used to have 2 horses. I did growing
What?
up. I was part of the 4-H club. Didn't know this.
Oh,
I
of
know.
course she was.
But my quarter horse's name was Grit. And my little Shetland pony, pain in my ass, was named Bubbles. Okay? Because she had little bubbles.
Bubbles.
But his name was Grit.
That is amazing.
So, it's
So,
funny you should-
you know that every single time we do a show, we are brought closer and closer and closer
really
together
weird.
because it is not coincidence that you had a horse named Grit.
Yes.
And my nickname is actually Bubbles. I'm kidding, it's not. It was in Charleston when I was at the Caviar and Champagne bar.
Don't.
They should have started calling me Bubbles.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh.
So I invite you to try the most amazing dish. I'll move the beautiful yellow carrot out of the way. As a matter of fact, I'll eat that. Dig in.
Okay. She said dig in, folks. So we're going to dig in, okay?
Oh, God. Okay, you might want to use a spoon. Okay, no, actually, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now this is what I'm talking about when I say take a risk. Take a risk and eat your food with a wiener.
Girl, don't let anybody, look, oh my God,
Isn't it
that
delicious?
sauce is to die for.
Yeah. Do you love it? I think I just brought the best out in Renee today, everybody.
Oh my God. She started it.
I freaking love her. I love her, people.
Oh, that's so good.
Do you love it?
I gotta tell you, Sherry, I have traveled throughout the South. I've never seen shrimp and grits made to look like this.
Isn't it awesome?
You guys, this is beautiful.
Do you love grits now?
Absolutely, I love grits, yeah.
Yeah?
The cheese is, what's that, green onions?
Mm-hmm. Green onions.
Ooh.
That's right.
You have skills, girl.
I know, I have skills. She's got some skills. I got some skills. She just showed some of her skills.
Oh my gosh.
Because that, my friends, was skill what I just witnessed.
No, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. That's fabulous.
Oh my gosh. Well, I am so happy that you love it. You know, one other thing that I do want to bring is because of the fact that you keep repeating and you have that you love shrimp.
I do.
And,
my favorite.
You know, it is not coincidence, once again, that shrimp represents longevity and a joyful life. And the word shrimp in Chinese actually sounds like laughter when they say it. So it's a very similar word. So you say the word shrimp and laughter in Chinese and it sounds very similar. And I'm sorry I did not Google translate how to say that because I didn't want to bastardize the word. And so I just wanted to say that seriously. And so, you know, just to the matter of fact that it sounds like laughter, that shrimp is really a joyful, fun, charismatic, exciting food that so many people eat, and it really represents you and your character. It really does.
What
Fun,
did you
enjoy-
just say? I'm sorry. You guys, this is the bomb.
Well, she represents a shrimp. Joy, laughter, fun, longevity, renewal, excitement, childlike love for
I
life.
love her. Oh my God.
Well, this is the end of this amazing episode. Thank you so much for being here with us again, everybody. And thank you to this extraordinary woman that has blessed me once again with her presence. And I go back to my happiness is a side effect from what I love to do and the people in my life that bless me. And you truly bless me with so much joy. And I am honored to have you to be a part of my life. So thank you so much.
So welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Yay! Here's to another amazing episode. Thank you. And may the words I shared with you today be a blessing in your life and help you to remember your true self and discover who in the world you really are. Because I freaking love you.
She does.
Thank you, everybody. Yay! This is going to be an extra special upcharge for every dish.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God. She really ate that with the wiener. That's